Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Community Services. It has been well established in this chamber that we are living through a cost of living crisis. Life has become more unaffordable for all Nova Scotians, but especially for those most in need. Social assistance payments have not kept up with this reality, and despite calls for the indexing of income assistance benefits or increases to overall rates, the government has refused to support people in a meaningful way. Today's tabled budget not only failed to increase these supports, it actually slashed funding by $20 million for income assistance payments. Why is this government turning its back on those most in need?
The Honourable Minister of Community Services.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and thank you so much for the question. I know the member is familiar with the system in addressing those that are on income assistance, and I think that she would know that we don't deny anyone. We could actually have zero on that line in the budget because it has no cap. Income assistance has no cap. Anyone can you know, be there. Anyone could come any moment of the day and receive it. So it's almost like it's not, when you see that removed, it was because that amount wasn't used last year, but this year we might have to spend $50 million, and we will. No one will go unneeded.
The Honourable Member for Cape Breton Centre, Whitney Pier.
Then, Mr. Speaker, I suggest raising the rates. Part of this minister's mandate is to work towards the elimination of childhood poverty, and this budget falls flat on this promise. Increases to the Nova Scotia Child Benefit are underwhelming and show how out of touch this government is with the depth of poverty in this province. For example, a family with one child and a household income of $26,000 a year will only see a monthly increase of $10. That's $110 by the end of the year. Or, yeah, 120, I'm sorry. There were no changes mandated to the income threshold or to index to future inflation amounts, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, despite this government's commitments to addressing childhood poverty, we haven't seen them walk the talk. Families are looking for this government for help. Why has this government responded with so little?
The Honourable Minister of Community Services.
Thank you. Believe me, Mr. Speaker, it's deeply troubling to know that there's children living in poverty in Nova Scotia. What I will say is that we are working across all government departments, but let me remind the member that in the last 2 years, we increased the child tax benefit by $600. Which is a $12.5 million investment. We have funded prevention and early intervention programs such as EDGE and Career Rising. We have $10 daycare, educational supports, and financial steps. And the list goes on, and I certainly don't mind sitting down with the member and sharing, because the list is long, what we have done.
The Honourable Member for Clayton Park West.